Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
And a pleasant good Wednesday evening here today from a hot and sticky, but what you would expect in middle of July summer's day here from Viking Varsity Diamond in Kindred. This is the District 7 Babe Ruth Tournament here tonight on yourliveevent.com. Chase Miller with you here this evening as it's the 1 and 2 seed here between the number 1 seed of Kindred going up against the number 2 seed here for the Casselton Black Stockings. Valley City survived and advanced in the loser out games earlier today. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll break down what happened earlier today here in the District 7 tournament bracket, let you know what the matchups and what looks like everything for tomorrow starting at 5:30, and then from there we'll get to our starting lineups and the opening pitch. It's Kindred and Casselton in essentially the semifinals. Winner has to be beaten twice then on Thursday and Friday to not make it to the state tournament. Well, if you lose this game, you're back to the wall and you will have to beat Valley City and then have to win 2 times against the winner of this contest moving forward. We'll get to that and more still to come later today here in Kindred.
This is Chris from Agassiz Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. Say thank you to the farmers you come into contact with every day. They have chosen a career that is as much their deep passion as it is an absolute necessity for you and I. Spring is upon us and there will be farm equipment on the roads. Give them your patience and room to do their jobs. Trust me, they would rather be off the road working in their field than dealing with traffic. From all of us here at Agassiz Precision Ag, we say thank you and have a safe spring.
Farming today doesn't always feel the same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Everything got bigger and smaller at the same time. Insurance, accounting, and taxes can get complicated, so you need someone who's looking to keep every dollar possible in your pocket. Ag Country.
Buying, selling, or leasing commercial real estate or farmland in the Fargo-Moorhead and surrounding area? From office to retail, industrial to multifamily, commercial land to farmland. As the #1 commercial sales and leasing brokerage in the FM region, Goldmark Commercial has the experience and skills to handle all of your commercial real estate and farmland needs with the highest levels of customer service and marketing around. Trust the experts at Goldmark Commercial Real Estate to lead your team to success.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
As we come back here on the pregame show today in Kindred, currently here in Kindred, 89 degrees, sunny skies, winds blowing out down the right field line. Your dimensions down in left, 325, straightaway center, 348, and in right field, 302 here today in Kindred. Let's take a look at how both these teams got to this point of the District 7 Babe Ruth Tournament. For the Casselton Black Stockings, the #2 seed, they defeated Hankinson in 5 innings, 12-1 in the opening round, then defeated Valley City last night 13-6 in a 7-inning contest here for Casselton. Well, for the Kindred, Vikings earned the #1 overall seed and a first-round bye back on Monday. Yesterday, defeating Northern Cass by a final of 14-1. So for Casselton and Kindred, both of them undefeated here in the District 7 Babe Ruth Tournament, and also from there have their own destiny held in front of them, needing just to take care of business here tonight, then have a game in hand if they have a bad game moving forward here, potentially either Thursday and or if needed on Friday. Earlier today, loser out games. Casselton, the Railcats, defeated Northern Cass by a final of 5-3 in the first game at noon today. And around 2 o'clock, Valley City defeated Ledgerwood by a final of 9-2. And then in the final loser out game prior to this contest, Valley City held off the Railcats late for a final of 5-1. Railcats had a couple of base runners on and had a tying run on the on-deck circle before the third out was taken. So Valley City, the number 3 seed, awaits the loser of this contest tomorrow evening at 5:30 in a final elimination game here in the District 7 Babe Ruth Tournament. The winner of that then would play roughly at around 7:30 tomorrow for the championship, and then if needed, the second championship game would be Friday at noon here in Kindred as well. All roads lead out west to Watford City, host the State Babe Ruth Tournament here this season. So we'll keep you apprised on what's going on, again, throughout the course of the rest of today. And also if we get any final scores making their way through in Steele, North Dakota, and some of the other district tournaments, some midway through, others just kind of getting underway here going towards the week, which means next week we'll get to the Legion postseason. And then the State A Legion will be out in Williston. State B Legion in Lisbon this year. That'll be on July the 31st in Lisbon. We'll have those games for you on yourlivevent.com. And then State AA will be at Jack Williams Stadium in Fargo. So a lot of East and Western flavor for the state tournaments, nothing so much in the center part here today. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll get to our starting lineups around the corner. That is next. It's Casselton and Kindred in the semifinals of the District 7 Babe Ruth Tournament right here on yourlivevent.com.
Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions today and beyond with the Drain Tile project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yields and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free, detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
Keep your car moving along with the team at Elite Automotive Center in Fargo. What sets Elite Automotive Center apart from the herd is their truly extensive list of services. From brake and tire service to tune-ups and battery replacement, there's no job too big or small for their ASE certified technicians. Schedule your next oil change by going to EliteAutomotiveCenter.com or scan the QR code on your screen now. Never settle for standard service. Stop by Elite Automotive Center today in Fargo.
At Hillsborough, Caledonia, Gardner, and Argosville, North Dakota. Serving the area residents since 1904, Halsted Telephone continues to create a bright future for this region using 100% fiber optic technology. Service plans offer flexibility and choices, and there's local support personnel ready to help. Contact Halsted Telephone Company today.
As we come back on the pregame show here today from Kindred, taking a look here at so far some of the stats for both of these teams. Kindred, again, just having to play one game. Bristol Swanson picked up the win yesterday, throwing 61 pitches, and then Everett Anderson came on and threw 13 to finish the door here, then the side for the Kindred Vikings. Here's what you have for Casselton so far. 5 pitchers have thrown, with Kay Johnson throwing 36 pitches. Wyatt Fott has thrown 16. Connor Lorenz with 11. Elijah Halverson and Carson Mitchell both pitched yesterday with 73 for Elijah Halverson and 5 pitches for Carson Mitchell. You get 95 pitches in a day, and then you are done for that day. 135 for the tournament. And also when it comes to how far down the road you're going to go, if you throw 76 pitches here tonight, you will not be available for tomorrow or Friday. So both for Nick Eggman, head coach for the Kindred Vikings, and alongside with Max Covervig, head coach for Casselton, what they will have to kind of go through the course of today for Sawyer Olson pitching for the Kindred Vikings, and alongside Keegan Broughton for Casselton, the Black Stockings. Once you get to about that pitch number either 45 mark, because then you can come back and throw again tomorrow. Anything over 45, you have to take a day off. Then anything over 75, you have to take 2 days off. So that's something to keep in mind a little bit later on as we continue here in this baseball tournament. For Casselton, here's what their starting lineups will look like tonight for the Black Stockings. The number 2 seed head coach again is Max Converig with Eli Boer, his assistant. Colton Mansky will be batting leadoff so far in the tournament, has 2 runs driven in, 2 for 6 from the plate. Mansky will be playing short. Keegan Broughton on the mound here for the Black Stockings, also 2 for 6 at the plate here in the tournament in 2 games with 3 runs scored. Elijah Halverson, the third baseman, 3 of 6 with 3 runs scored as well. So top third of the lineup has done awfully good for Coach Converig. Jack Sawicki, 2 for 6 at the dish with 3 runs driven in for the first baseman. Connor Lorenz batting 5th at second base, 3 for 4 so far with 2 runs driven in here in Kindred. Jack Meyer, 1 of 3 with 2 runs driven in for the catcher. He'll be batting 6th. Easton Klein, 2 for 4 at the dish with 2 runs scored for the left fielder. He'll be batting 7th. Kane Johnson in right, 3 for 6 from the plate and 3 runs driven in. And then Jack Dakota, the center fielder, will be batting 9th here tonight, is 1 of 6 at the plate with a run scored here for Dakota. That's, again, your starting lineups for the Casselton Black Stockings, which they'll go with Mansky, Broughton, Halverson, Sawicki, Lorenz, Meyer, Klein, Johnson, and Dakota here today for the Black Stockings. As we turn our attention here to the number 1 seed in the Kindred Vikings, they played just 1 game so far for head coach. That is Nick Eggman, alongside with Mason Almaris, his assistant. The Vikings will go like this, starting in right field, batting leadoff, Evan Olschlager, 1 of 2 in their win yesterday with 3 runs scored and 2 runs driven in their win over Northern Cass. Beckett Westby batting second, playing second, 1 of 3 at the plate with 3 runs driven in so far in the tournament, with Cam Kittleson, the third baseman, 3 for 3 at the plate yesterday with 2 runs scored. Bristol Swanson batting cleanup for the shortstop, 1 of 4 at the plate, with Jager Jordheim batting 5th in left field, 0 for 2 with a run scored so far here in Kindred at the tournament. Jet Johnson, the catcher, 1 of 3 with 3 runs driven in, batting 6th. Briar Gibbon, the DH, 1 of 1 at the plate with 2 runs driven in. Everett Anderson, the first baseman, 1 of 2 with 2 runs scored. And then Mr. Huseman is 2 for 3 with 2 runs scored and batting 9th in the center field spot. Sawyer Olson will be on the mound here this evening for Kindred. Again, Olschlager, Westby, Kittleson, Swanson, Jordheim, Johnson, Briar Gibbon, Anderson, and Huseman, with Olson on the mound here for the Kindred Vikings. Both teams have taken their IO, which means our opening pitch is coming up around the corner. We'll take a quick break, get you ready for the opening pitch. Also from there, just a reminder of what the bracket will look like tomorrow and Friday if needed. This is the District 7 Babe Ruth Tournament here in Kindred on YourLiveVet.com.
This is Chris from Agassiz Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. Say thank you to the farmers you come into contact with every day. They have chosen a career that is as much their deep passion as it is an absolute necessity for you and I. Spring is upon us and there will be farm equipment on the roads. Give them your patience and room to do their jobs. Trust me, they would rather be off the road working in their field than dealing with traffic. From all of us here at Agassiz Precision Ag, we say thank you and have a safe spring.
Farming today doesn't always feel the same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Everything got bigger and smaller at the same time. Insurance, accounting, and taxes can get complicated, so you need someone who's looking to keep every dollar possible in your pocket. Ag Country.
Buying, selling, or leasing commercial real estate or farmland in the Fargo-Moorhead and surrounding area? From office to retail, industrial to multifamily, commercial land to farmland. As the #1 commercial, sales, and leasing brokerage in the FM region, Goldmark Commercial has the experience and skills to handle all of your commercial real estate and farmland needs with the highest levels of customer service and marketing around. Trust the experts at Goldmark Commercial Real Estate to lead your team to success.
As we come back for our final segment here before we get to the opening pitch, here's what the bracket will look like tomorrow and Friday if needed. The winner of this game has a game in hand and will play at 7:30 roughly tomorrow night in championship game number 1. If the winner of this game loses tomorrow night in the championship, tomorrow there would be the second championship, with it being a double elimination on Friday at noon. Valley City awaits the loser of this game at 5:30 tomorrow evening, so a little bit later starts than what we saw at noon today and noon back on Tuesday. Valley City, via their wins over Lidgerwood and the Casselton Railcats, prevailed earlier here in the elimination games in Kindred. So 5:30 tomorrow, Valley City against the loser of this contest. The winner of this contest plays at 7:30 against Valley City or the loser of this game. And then if the team that wins here loses, the second championship game would be at noon. So 5:30 tomorrow, 7:30 tomorrow. Those games are for sure. And then potentially noon with the championship if you need the second championship game for the District 7 Babe Ruth tournament here from Viking Varsity Diamond in Kindred. We'll take a quick timeout. When we come back, we'll get to the opening pitch next here between the Black Stockings and the Vikings. This is Babe Ruth Baseball on your livevent.com.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated. KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
At Casselton Lumber, they want to be part of every stage of your building project from the ground up. Let them assist with planning your project timeline in a way that's affordable and efficient. Casselton Lumber has everything you need to get the look you love with windows, siding, roofing, and doors. From choosing the right materials to the finishing touches, you can count on the folks at Casselton Lumber. Stop in and talk with the crew today or call 347-4471. That's 347-4471.
Casselton Parks and Recreation provides a wide range of programs, activities, and community events throughout the year. From parks, facilities, shelters, and outdoor spaces, they're perfect for gatherings, recreation, and enjoying a peaceful break in nature. Enjoy Cottonwood Golf Course for a fun and challenging round of golf for every skill level. To book a tee time or to find out more about Casselton Parks and Recreation, go online to CasseltonParks.com. That's CasseltonParks.com. Chase Miller with you here today for the final game of the District 7 Babe Ruth tournament here for day number 3 of the tournament, day 2 in Kindred, as we get you set for the Casselton Black Stockings alongside the Kindred Vikings. Sunny skies, any wind that has been blowing a little bit out to right field earlier, but not too much. And straight away, left center fielder Old Glory is 89 degrees right now. It will still be in the upper to mid 80s throughout the course of this evening. For the Black Stockings, batting leadoff will be Colton Mansky with Keegan Broughton and Elijah Halverson here for Casselton. They will be out in their black tops, Casselton in white with the red numerals and the white pants with the red sides here for the shirt. While for the Kindred Vikings, they will be in their blue tops with the blue numerals outlined in white with the white pants here for the Vikings. Sawyer Olson on the mound against Colton Mansky here. Opening pitch nearing right at 7 o'clock as this one will be making its way through. First pitch will be at 6:59. And we're underway as this one misses outside for a ball to Mansky. Jornheim in left field with Huseman in center. Olschlager stands in right. So missing down low now 2-0. Kittleson at third base. Swanson over at shortstop. Westby at second. Anderson at first, and Johnson behind the plate with the battery here of Sawyer Olson. Righty-righty matchup, 2-0 pitch, missing down the turf, now 3-0 for this Black Stockings club at the plate. Batting .387 so far in the tournament, 8 walks, 6 strikeouts. This one is called a strike, it's in there. Now 3-1. So 3 balls and a strike to Mansky. We'll see how aggressive Colton's going to be here with the hitter's count. 3-1 pitch. He takes down low for a ball. 5-pitch walk here for Mansky. And for the Black Stockings, they get a runner aboard here to open things up in the top of the first inning as it goes to Keegan Broughton. Broughton 2 for 6 at the plate with 3 runs scored. He is the opposing pitcher here a little bit later on as he takes a look at Max Kodvig down the third base side and see if you want to play a little small ball here with the bunt, hit and run, give your guy a chance to steal. Anderson with the lead. Here's a swing out to center field. This one's got a little giddy up on it, but a nice play there by the center fielder. Coming through is Huseman with the catch, and Broughton is retired on the flyout. As there's one down here in the top of the first inning. As now we get to Elijah Halverson, the third baseman. Runners in a break. Here's the throw down to second base. Not going to be in time, as stealing will be Colton Mansky as he gets into scoring position with one down here in the first inning. As Huseman makes the play out in center field with Elijah Halverson hitting this one. That's going to have a chance to split the gap, and it will. One run will come in trying to get to second base on the way. Here's Elijah, and he will stand up there. An RBI double for the Black Stockings who strike first. It's 1-0 in favor of Casselton. We'll play the merry-go-round a little bit here as the Black Stockings take an early 1-0 lead. Coming in to score is Mansky, the first run of the contest, and the first hit as well. Big swing by Sawicki. It's 0-1. If you lose this game, your season's not done, but you'll have to win 3 straight to make it to state. If you win this game, you just need 1, as the pick play diving back in safely as Halverson, as Westby was trying to apply the tag. How much shorter just the tournament can be if you take care of business potentially tonight with a win and then trying to win tomorrow evening. As this one is foul tipped by Sawicki. It's 0-2. Connor Lorenz due up then Jack Meyer as Sawyer Olson, 1 run against so far, trying to minimize it to 1. Well, the Black Stockings trying to put up a crooked number here. I'll miss low now 1-2. Sawicki with 3 runs driven in so far in a couple of games in the District 7 tournament. As Olson with the 1-2 fouled off again, and Sawicki stays alive. Play in the months of April and May, it's about 35, 40 degrees. You get to June, you got to play through different thunderstorms and rain and everything else, and you get to July, now you get the heat. The 1-2 pitch popped up. This one will be playable to short left field, and the shortstop, Swanson, takes a couple of steps out. Really get the pop out. As there's 2 down here in the first inning. As now it goes to Connor Lorenz with 2 down. Runner at second is Elijah Halverson with that RBI double earlier here in the contest. This misses up and out of the zone to Lorenz, who's 3 for 4 at the plate with 2 runs scored and 2 runs driven in so far for the Black Stockings. 1 ball, no strikes. Sawyer Olson looks in. Lorenz took a half cut at it, but didn't go all the way through the zone. It'll be called a strike regardless. Now 1-1. Good spot by Olson at the knee, low, a little bit away. The 1-1. Lorenz fillets this one into short center field as Kodvig says put on the brakes, and a good throw by Huseman over in center. But Lorenz right up the middle with a single. With the second base hit of the contest here for the Railcats, as they'll have runners at the corners and threatening here with 2 down in the first inning. Jack Meyer, 1 of 3 so far with 2 runs driven in here for the Black Stockings in the tournament. And with runners at the corners, Max Kodvig you get to a situation where it could be a double steal or delayed steal here. Johnson behind the plate will have to play this one smart. Lorenz is going to go. Johnson with the throw. They'll cut it off at second. So taking second base will be Lorenz as Meyer takes one outside, and now runners are in scoring position for the number 6 batter here in the Black Stockings lineup. Oh, a leadoff walk, a double and a single so far here for the Black Stockings. Big swing. It's 1-1. Well, for Olsen, got Broughton out on a fly out to center and a pop out of Sawicki to short. 1 ball, 1 strike. Lorenz at second. At third is Halverson, the pitch. Just off the zone now, 2-1. Pitch number 20 upcoming here for Sawyer Olsen. Again, you get 95 in a day. 2-1 pitch, going to be hit right back up the middle. This one goes to the second baseman, taking his feet, and not in time. Meyer is going to beat out the play after Westby shuffled a little bit, trying to get behind it. Be an infield single as Elijah comes in to score. Lorenz goes to third, and Meyer hustling out of the batter's box, able to get the infield hit and driving a run. And now runners will be at the corners here, and a new runner into the game, courtesy running, as Mitchell will be coming on here for Meyer. Well, the old adage is right from the beginning, hustle out of the box. Put the pressure on the defense, and that's exactly what we saw there. And now back-to-back hits for Casselton. They're trying to get Mitchell on a rundown. Are we get a time called? Not sure that the ball was put back into play, so no balk. Just there was never the indication of to resume play here after the base hit, as they were trying to see if they can get Mitchell in a rundown eventually. And they would have had Mitchell in a little bit of a pickle, but instead everybody gets to reset. And ball is now live. Olsen with the pitch. Looking to bunt. Johnson with the throw. They cut it off at second. So Mitchell gets to second base. It's now 1-0 as Easton Klein will dig on in. Klein 2 for 4 with a run driven in so far here in the tournament. Sees this one popped in the air to shortstop, and there will be Swanson on the play. 2 runs come across on 3 hits. There were no errors with 2 runners left. New score here, the Black Stockings 2 with the Vikings coming to the plate.
At Bank North, we strive to enrich the lives of everyone we serve. One transaction, one relationship, and one community at a time. We do it by supporting kids and schools, pitching in to help neighbors in need, partnering with rural businesses, and providing all the traditional and modern banking products and personalized lending services you expect from a reliable financial partner. Bank North, always true.
Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions today and beyond with the Drain Tile Project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yields and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free, detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
Bottom of the first inning here in Kindred. Chase Miller with you tonight from Viking Varsity Diamond here for the District 7 Babe Ruth Tournament. Again, for the Black Stockings, 2 runs on 3 hits. Got 2 runs driven in, one by Halverson on an RBI double and one by Meyer on an infield single to get the score across where it stands right now, 2-0. For the Vikings, they'll go like this. Evan Olschlager, the right fielder, batting leadoff against Beckett Westby, the second baseman, and Cam Kittleson, the top 30-year lineup. Keegan Broughton, righty-righty matchup. And Broughton sees this one swing and a miss by Olschlager. It's 0-1. Swanson batting cleanup with Jordheim batting 5th and Johnson batting 6th. 0-1 pitch, missing low, now 1-1. Briar Gibbon going to be batting 7th with Anderson 8th and Huseman batting 9th here for the center fielder. Sawyer Olsen again at the pitcher spot here this evening. This will be called a strike. It's now 1-2. Klein in left field here for the Railcats, and center is Dakota, Johnson, and Wright. 1-2 offering. That'll miss off the table. Now 2-2. Halverson at third base with Mansky at shortstop. Lorenz at second. Sawicki at first. Here's a 2-2 from Broughton. Hit on the ground. This one goes to the shortstop. Making the play, there's going to be Mansky, but he airmails the first baseman as going to second base going to be Olschlager, and he will slide in safely. So an E6 on the play will allow the Vikings to get their leadoff runner aboard. As coming to the plate now will be Beckett Westby. Behind the plate is Meyer with the battery here with Broughton. For Casselton, they got a leadoff batter aboard with a walk. The Vikings got a leadoff batter aboard with an error. We'll see if Kindred can take advantage of it. There's a good swing at it by Westby, 0-1. Beckett, one of three so far here in the tournament. 3 runs driven in and a couple runs scored yesterday in their victory over Northern Cass. No balls and a strike as Broughton looks back the runner at second base. Popped up in the air, playable. Meyer's going to make his way behind the plate and able to make the catch. 1 down here in the bottom of the first inning, and goes to Cam Kittleson. As Cam Kittleson from the third base side, 3 for 3 against Northern Cass with 2 runs scored and a run driven in. Keegan Broughton, this would be his 8th pitch of the inning. Sawyer Olson had 22 pitches to get through the first. Broughton sees this one. Kittleson takes a healthy cut at it, batting from the left-handed side of the plate. It's 0-1. A 1 pitch. Foul back. And that'll be 0-2. As Broughton, no balls and 2 strikes, takes a look back at the runner at second. Breaking ball, that'll be the zone now, 1-2. Runner at second base again is Olschlager. On that slide, pretty much he's taking second base away with all the dirt that he's got on top of it. 1-2 pitch. Miss now, 2-2. So Kittleson taking a couple close ones out of the zone, working that count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2 upcoming from Broughton. This will be foul back in pitch number 6 of the at-bat here for Kittleson. Bristol Swanson is your on-deck batter. Broughton from the stretch. 2-2. This will be hit on a line into left field. This one might split the gap, and it's going to be caught on the track there by Klein. He throws it back in. This one will go to Lorenz, and they'll get the double play. Kittleson gave it a ride. Klein just running like a deer out in left center field, and they get the double play. That'll go to Klein in left, to Lorenz at second, covering second. So that'll be 7-4 on the double play. As we finish the 1 inning, no runs on no hits, 1 error and nobody left on base. Black Stockings lead by 2 as we head to the second.
Keep your car moving along with the team at Elite Automotive Center in Fargo. What sets Elite Automotive Center apart from the herd is their truly extensive list of services. From brake and tire service to tune-ups and battery replacement, there's no job too big or small for their ASE certified technicians. Schedule your next oil change by going to EliteAutomotiveCenter.com or scan the QR code on your screen now. Never settle for standard service. Stop by Elite Automotive Center today in Fargo.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Top of the second inning here on YourLiveEvent.com. This is the District 7 Babe Ruth Tournament here from Kindred, as the Black Stockings will be sending the 8-9-1 batters to the plate with Kate Johnson, Jack Dakota, and Colton Mansky here against Sawyer Olson in inning number 2. Johnson, 3 of 6 with 3 runs driven in. He'll take a ball outside. It's 1-0. Batting from the left-handed side here for the right fielder for the Black Stockings. Can you lose this game? Your season's not done, but a little bit more of a hill to climb over the next 24, 48 hours here in Kindred, you win and you can shut the door tomorrow night for a district championship. Here's 2-0. Lined in the air, that'll be down for a base hit to left center field. Rounding first, Johnson on his way to second. Here's Huseman with the throw on the relay. Not going to be in time. So Cade Johnson able to get him there for a double. And for the Black Stockings, able to get a leadoff runner again in back-to-back innings. This time their second extra base hit as Jack Verkota, the center fielder, will step in now with a runner in scoring position. The Black Stockings left 2 runners in scoring position in the first, with Lorenz at third and Mitchell at second. So miss up and out of the zone for Sawyer Olson. It's 1-0 to Jack Verkota. 1 of 6 so far here in the tournament with a run scored. This will be called a strike. It's now 1-1. Last batter here for Olson till it's the second time through the lineup card for Casselton. This will be hit in the air. Got a chance to get down for a base hit, and that'll split the gap as well. This one will come on in. Runner will stay put at third base. It's another double as Johnson had to see if that was going to be caught. So Johnson will go to third base. Back-to-back doubles here for the Black Stockings, and they got something brewing here in the top of the second inning. So first time through the lineup card. 2 runs, 5 hits, with 3 of those 5 hits being extra base hits here for the Black Stockings. Now it goes to Mansky as Nick Eggman going to come on out with 28 pitches and talk it over here with Olson in the circle. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll return more after this here in the top of the second on yourlivevent.com.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
Express Lane Marathon in Kindred is your neighborhood convenience store where convenience meets quality, whether you're fueling up with Marathon's top-tier fuel or grabbing a quick snack. Express Lane has you covered. From hot stuff pizza, smash hit subs, premium soft serve ice cream, gas, diesel, and propane exchange. Make sure to use your Marathon app and get 7 cents back per gallon all summer long. Now offering premium 91 non-ethanol fuel. Express Lane is your friendly and locally owned convenience store.
As we come back here, getting a base hit, it's going to be Colton Mansky for the run driven in. Coming in to score will be Cade Johnson. Verkota goes to third, and Mansky on the throw home will head to second base. And right now the Black Stockings timing up. Sawyer Olson with 6 hits so far through 10 batters, as we see Keegan Broughton, who flew out to center field his last time up. So for the Black Stockings, they take a 3-0 lead top of the second, and they're still threatening right now to have even a bigger inning than what they did in the first. Olson, we'll see this run up and in on Keegan Broughton. It's 1-0, the opposing pitcher. Corner infielders will come in with Kittleson and Anderson, trying to take the run down at home if it's towards them. 1-0 pitch going to be hit on the ground. That'll go to the shortstop. The fire and throw it across. Good play by Swanson, but for the Black Stockings, they'll take it, as well as it's a run driven in for Broughton. 6-3. Verkota comes in to score. Mansky will go to third base, and there's one down here in the top of the second inning. So productive out early on here. Move some runners across and drive them on in. Now it goes to Elijah Halverson with a double his last time up. Takes outside, missing for a ball. It's 1-0. 7 batters to the plate for Casselton in the first inning. This is their 5th batter so far here in inning number 2. Olson hit one down the line. This will go foul and chasing, but this will be a foul ball. It's 1-1. Olson looking to bear down right now, see if he can get Halverson out, then Sawicki, minimize the damage to 2 and see if your bats can get going in the bottom half of the second inning. Now for the Railcats, put up a 3 spot here in the second. Really give yourself a wide stretch lead early on here in this District 7 contest. And trying to take another extra base hit was Halverson on the swing and miss. It's now 1-2. As Olsen with the 1-2 pitch, hit on the ground. This one will go towards the second baseman. Westby will make the play, but another run driven in. Mansky will come to score. Halverson is out 4-3 on the putout. He gets his second run driven into the contest. And it's now a 5-0 lead here for the Black Stockings. As this pitch to Sawicki, missing for a ball, it's 1-0. As this one will be a dead ball, now 1-1. 37 pitch upcoming here for Sawyer Olsen. 5 runs driven in so far in the game for Casselton, and they've done it via the small ball way a little bit here in the second on their last 2. Check swing went through the zone. Yes, he did, says Quinn Irie, calling balls and strikes. It's 1-2. Sawicki popped out to the shortstop Swanson his last time up in the first inning. The 1-2 off-speed pitch got him out in front. That'll go foul. And we'll continue to keep it at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Well, the All-Star break continuing here tonight for Major League Baseball. It's also the All-Star break for the Fargo-Moorhead Redhawks and the American Association, as this one misses outside, now 2-2. As Olsen has the payoff pitch. Hit on the ground, a high chopper. That'll go towards the shortstop. Another attempt here for Swanson tonight. He makes a good play across the diamond. First 3 batters of the inning all come in to score as they scored 3 runs on 3 hits. There was an error with alongside, nobody left on base. We played an inning and a half today here in Kindred. It's Casselton 5, Kindred scoreless on your liveevent.com.
Make your stop before or after the game at the Knickerbocker in Hickson, North Dakota. Stop out throughout the week for mouth-watering lunch specials weekdays and mark Friday nights down on the calendar for prime rib, ribeye steak, or some walleye at the Knickerbocker. For more information or to find out about daily specials, give the Knickerbocker a like on Facebook by searching the Knickerbocker. Great food and good people. You can find it all at the Knickerbocker in Hickson, North Dakota.
Buying, selling, or leasing commercial real estate or farmland in the Fargo-Moorhead and surrounding area? From office to retail, industrial to multifamily, commercial land to farmland. As the #1 commercial, sales, and leasing brokerage in the FM region, Goldmark Commercial has the experience and skills to handle all of your commercial real estate and farmland needs with the highest levels of customer service and marketing around. Trust the experts at Goldmark Commercial Real Estate to lead your team to success.
Coming back here to open up the bottom of the second inning, Bristol Swanson with Jager Jordheim and Jet Johnson here. Swanson 1 of 4 so far in the tournament. Hits one foul. It's 0-1. Keegan Broughton on for his second inning of work. Swanson, Jordheim, and Johnson again, 4, 5, and 6 batters for the Vikings, as Broughton will throw his 15th pitch. This will be a high chopper to the shortstop. Throw will be on target to Sawicki by Mansky over at short. Swanson's retired on 2 pitches, and there's 1 down here in the bottom of the second inning. Now beat to Jager Jordheim. 0 for 2 with the run scored so far here in the tournament. Batting from the left-handed side of the plate for Jordheim. Broughton with the pitch. That's one running in. Jamden goes over towards the evergreens up the third base side. It's now 0-1. Broughton working ahead, both on Swanson and Jordheim. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Good breaking ball. That'll miss. But if you're Broughton, you'll take that pitch consistently. And the 1-1. Up and out of the zone now, 2-1. 2 balls and a strike here for Broughton. Takes a look to Meyer behind the plate, shakes him off a couple of times. Now he likes the pitch. That'll miss 3-1. First 3-ball count here for a Kindred batter against Broughton. Jordan looking to get on base. This will go foul just over the dugout. It's now 3-2. About 10 more feet down. That would have been right into the Casselton dugout up the third base side. Payoff pitch. Up and out of the zone. Good at bat by Jordheim. Gets a 1-out walk. And for Kindred, they get a base runner here in the second as it goes to Jet Johnson. Johnson 1 of 3 with 3 runs driven in here for the catcher in this tournament. And for Broughton, just trying to work out a minor situation here in the bottom of the second. Well, can Kindred kind of pass the baton, if you will, a little bit here as Jordheim gets back with Sawicki holding them on. Down by 5, you're not going to get everything back in one swing, but can he earn a couple of walks, a single or a double here in consecutive order and try to cut into that deficit? This one runs in, almost hits him. Now 1-0 here to Jet. Gibbon due up next. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Jordheim comes back and slides in safely over at first. As Jordheim takes his leave one more time. The 1-0. It'll be called a strike now, 1-1. Casselton 2 runs in the first, 3 runs in the second for their total of 5 so far here in this District 7 semifinal round matchup. 1-1. Hit on the ground. This one will be a 3-hopper to the third baseman. They get the lead. Lorenz with a chance for the double play, not in time. Halverson to Lorenz. Jordheim's retired. Johnson reaches base on a fielder's choice. 2 down here with the runner still on for Kindred. Not a bad turn, though, up at third base there for Halverson after that 3-hopper made its way. Good throw to Lorenz with the quick stretch. As we'll get Stroh to come on in courtesy run. As Stroh will be on at first base now here for Kindred. Briar Gibbon at the plate. 2 runs driven in for the DH yesterday against Northern Cass as Broughton's going to step off. As Broughton's just going to reset here. He'll have his 25th pitch upcoming for the Black Stockings. This will be hit in the air. Center fielder will call everybody off here in Dakota to retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors, and a runner left. We played 2 today here in Kindred. It's the Black Stockings 5, Kindred scoreless as we head to the top of the third.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the 3-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. 3, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
Partnership is a way of life here in the Northland. It's about pitching in to help our neighbors, making lending decisions locally, honoring long-term commitments to farmers, Main Street businesses, teams, schools, and rural communities. We're more than just a bank. We're a community partner, working constantly and diligently to enrich the lives of everyone we serve. Bank North, always true.
As we come back here on yourliveevent.com, a pitching change here in Kindred for the Vikings as Johnson will go from behind the plate to now on the mound here for Kindred. That'll be Jet Johnson again. Well, you have Olson going to third, and Kittleson will go behind the plate for Sawyer Olson. 40 pitches, 2 innings of 6-hit baseball, 5 runs that were earned, and 1 walk with no strikeouts. And with the pitch count again at 40, Sawyer Olson can pitch tomorrow again for the Kindred Vikings. First pitch swinging on the way. Here's going to be Connor Lorenz as he pops this one to the shortstop. 1 pitch, Swanson is retired as there's 1 down. For pitching, again, you get 135 for the tournament. So for Olson, he'll still have a lot more left in the chamber, but he can also come out and pitch tomorrow as well here for Kindred, as this one runs up and in at the letters against Jack Meyer. It's now 1-0. Meyer with a single with a run driven in back in the first inning here for Casselton. As this will be called a strike, now 1-1. The 1 seed Kindred going up against a 2 seed here of Casselton, with the 3 seed of Valley City awaiting the loser of this game tomorrow at 5:30. It's pretty much gone chalk so far here throughout the tournament. 2 balls and a strike on the way from Johnson. There's a hit down the third base side that'll go foul. Meyer just out in front now, 2-2. Back through last season, the State Babe Ruth tournament in Lemoore. Casselton, the representatives out of District 7, made it all the way to the championship before falling to Park River, Fortville, Lincoln. As this one's going to be a strike 3 looking. Johnson with the first strikeout of the night here for a Viking pitcher, and there's 2 down. As it goes now to Easton Klein. Getting through this district, you just feel like from a Babe Ruth perspective, if you can get through this district, you have a pretty good chance at making some noise at state, even though this year a little bit farther to go than Lemoore, on the way out west to Watford City. 1-0 pitch. They call the strike. It's 1-1 here to Klein. Pitch number 9 for Jet Johnson in relief. This will be hitting the air to straightaway center field. Taking a couple steps back there is Huseman. And a nice tidy 3 up, 3 down in relief here for Johnson. For the Black Stockings, last 6 batters have been retired in order. We play 2.5 here today in Kindred. It's Casselton 5, Kindred scoreless as we head to the bottom of the 3rd inning.
Keep your car moving along with the team at Elite Automotive Center in Fargo. What sets Elite Automotive Center apart from the herd is their truly extensive list of services. From brake and tire service to tune-ups and battery replacement, there's no job too big or small for their ASE certified technicians. Schedule your next oil change by going to EliteAutomotiveCenter.com or scan the QR code on your screen now. Never settle for standard service. Stop by Elite Automotive Center today in Fargo.
R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is accepting applications for a broadcast sales representative. Applicant should be self-motivated, organized, have ability to communicate clearly, and the desire to help our customer partners grow their business with customer service for their advertising and marketing needs. All experience levels are encouraged to apply. To apply, email your resume to apply@rjbroadcasting.com. R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is an equal opportunity employer.
Bottom of the 3rd inning here on YourLiveEvent.com. Casselton 5, Kindred scoreless. Everett Anderson with Huseman and alongside Olschlager due up here. 8, 9, and 1 batters against Keegan Broughton. As Broughton sees this one hit right back up the middle. The shortstop will play this one with Mansky. Throws it across. Good stick there by Sawicki. 1 pitch. Anderson is retired. It's now 6-3 on the putout. With that 1 pitch, Broughton will take that throughout the course of today, trying to see how deep he can go in this game with a couple of batters that he's retired on 1 pitch with Gibbon and Anderson in back-to-back. And now it goes to Huseman, who's 2 for 3 at the plate with 2 runs scored so far here in the tournament. Trying to be a table setter here at the number 9 spot. Makes a good bunt up the third base line. Going to play this one. Not in time. It's a infield bunt here for Huseman. That'll be the first hit of the contest for the Vikings, as well as Broughton was able to field it, but by the time he was able to get it out of his hand, Huseman was hustling up the first base line, and he gets aboard with an infield single. First time through the lineup card. 7 outs on the way for Broughton. A walk and a infield single here with no runs across. And sliding back in is Huseman over at first base. So it goes back to Olschlager, who reached base on an error his last time up by the shortstop Mansky. So running for a bowl, it's 1-0. Start making your way through the next run scored of this game. If it's Kindred, all of a sudden back within 4. Try to chip into it. 1-0 pitch is going to be hit on the ground. Lorenz with a chance to turn it. They get one there. Mansky in order in time for the double play. Second double play turned by the Black Stockings in the field here tonight. 4-6-3 on the DP, and that will retire Kindred here in the third. No runs on a hit, no errors, and nobody left. We played 3 today, and it's still a 5-0 lead here in favor of the Casselton Black Stockings.
Halstead Telephone Company delivers fast broadband internet, telephone, and cable TV to residents in this region, including Halstead, Shelley, Neilsville, Climax, Fisher, Bigland, Gentilly in Minnesota, and Hillsborough, Caledonia, Gardner, and Argusville, North Dakota. Serving the area residents since 1904, Halstead Telephone continues to create a bright future for this region using 100% fiber optic technology. Service plans offer flexibility and choices, and there's local support personnel ready to help. Contact Halstead Telephone Company today.
This is Chris from Agassiz Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. Say thank you to the farmers you come into contact with every day. They have chosen a career that is as much their deep passion as it is an absolute necessity for you and I. Spring is upon us and there will be farm equipment on the roads. Give them your patience and room to do their jobs. Trust me, they would rather be off the road working in their field than dealing with traffic. From all of us here at Agassiz Precision Ag, we say thank you and have a safe spring.
Bottom of the third inning, nice double play turned again by Lorenz. Mansky to Sawicki to get Olschlager on the double play. Earlier, Klein threw it to Lorenz to get a double play from left field to second base, getting Kittleson out at home and getting the runner in Olschlager out at second for the 2 double plays here for Casselton, as the Black Stockings will see 8, 9, and 1 batters due up here. Johnson, Verkota, and Mansky. It's 1-0 on the way as Johnson to Johnson, and this one goes foul. It's 1-1. So far for the Black Stockings, 5 runs on 6 hits. They have committed an error, 2 runners left on base for their line score as it stands currently. This will be hit up the third base side foul. It's 1-2 off for the Vikings. No runs on a hit. They've left 1 runner on base so far here this evening for Kindred. 2 runs in the first for Casselton, 3 runs in the second. 1-2 pitch will be out of the zone. It's now 2-2 as Jet Johnson looking to see if he can get K. Johnson out to begin the 4th inning. Well, for Black Stockings, looking to get another leadoff runner aboard as this is just a little shot out to Swanson, as there's 1 down here in the top of the 4th inning. As Verkota with a double his last time up to right center field. King Johnson stayed at second base to make sure that it wasn't going to be caught, so he stayed to third as Verkota sees this one. Foul tip in the glove of Kittleson. It's 0-1. Jordheimen left with Huseman in center. Olschlager in right here for the Vikings. 0-1 pitch, as this one will be now 0-2. Olsen stands at third base where Swanson at shortstop with Westby at second. Anderson at first and Kittleson again behind the plate. Kittleson going to third base to behind the plate after making the pitching change with Johnson now on the mound. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Verkota is retired on the punch out, and there's 2 down. For Jet Johnson, strikeout in the third and a strikeout here in the 4th. For this Railcats team, there's been 8 straight batters retired. Last one to get on base was Colton Mansky with a single his last time up in the second. Mansky foul tips this one to the backstop. It's 0-1. Game that started back at 6:59 here tonight in Kindred. District 7 Babe Ruth Tournament. Getting down there, final 3 teams remaining. This will be hit past the diving third baseman Olsen into short left field as Mansky gets aboard here with a 2-out single. First base hit of the contest as Nick Eggman will come out here to make sure the third baseman Olsen is all right. 2 down. We'll continue with more after this.
Farming today doesn't always feel the same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Everything got bigger and smaller at the same time. Insurance, accounting, and taxes can get complicated, so you need someone who's looking to keep every dollar possible in your pocket. Ag Country.
Buying, selling, or leasing commercial real estate or farmland in the Fargo-Moorhead and surrounding area? From office to retail, industrial to multifamily, commercial land to farmland. As the #1 commercial, sales, and leasing brokerage in the FM region, Goldmark Commercial has the experience and skills to handle all of your commercial real estate and farmland needs with the highest levels of customer service and marketing around. Trust the experts at Goldmark Commercial Real Estate to lead your team to success.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
As we come back here for the Black Stockings, they'll get a runner in second base here with a stolen base with Mansky. Broughton takes a ball. It's 1-0. Defensive changes. Westby will go from second base to third as Olsen comes out of the game with an injury. The 1-0 pitch is set up the third baseline foul. It's 1-1. Olschlager will come in from right field to play second, and the DH and Briar Gibbon now will go into right field. So the DH is out of the lineup moving forward here for the Kindred Vikings. 1-1 strike as Jet Johnson trying to get out of the inning unscathed here. The 1-1 pitch is going to be hit towards the shortstop. Making the play, throwing across the diamond in time. Swanson to a stretching Anderson, 6-3 to retire the side. No runs on a hit, no errors with a runner left on base. We've played 3.5 today here in Kindred. It's still 5-love in favor of Casselton.
At Casselton Lumber, they want to be part of every stage of your building project from the ground up. Let them assist with planning your project timeline in a way that's affordable and efficient. Casselton Lumber has everything you need to get the look you love with windows, siding, roofing, and doors. From choosing the right materials to the finishing touches, you can count on the folks at Casselton Lumber. Stop in and talk with the crew today or call 347-4471. That's 347-4471. Casselton Parks and Recreation provides a wide range of programs, activities, and community events throughout the year. From parks, facilities, shelters, and outdoor spaces, they're perfect for gatherings, recreation, and enjoying a peaceful break in nature. Enjoy Cottonwood Golf Course for a fun and challenging round of golf for every skill level. To book a tee time or to find out more about Casselton Parks and Recreation, go online to CasseltonParks.com. That's CasseltonParks.com. Bottom of the fourth inning we go here for the Kindred Vikings. They'll be coming up with Beckett, Westby, Kittleson, and Swanson due up here. As this will be called a strike, it's 0-1. Broughton so far 30 pitches thrown through 3 innings of work as stands right now. Here's the 0-1. Foul tip now 0-2. Klein in left field with Dakota in straightaway center. And Johnson stands in right here for the Black Stockings. 0-2 pitch on the way from Broughton.
Hit in the air, that'll go towards the left fielder as that'll come on in for a line drive out. Westby makes some good contact, but right to Klein, and there's one down. Halverson over at third with Mansky at shortstop, Lorenz at second, Serwicki at first, and Meyer behind the plate. Opening pitch on the way to Kittleson, going to be called a strike. It's 0-1. Kittleson hit one on a rope his last time up to left center, but Klein was able to make the stretch play and get the out. This one will be a high hopper to the first baseman. Sawicki with the glove. Throws it, but not in time. It will be an infield single here for Cam Kittleson. Even if Bronton makes a play, Kittleson was able to beat him out for an infield hit. And the two hits haven't left the infield so far here for Kindred against Bronton. One was a bunt on the way by Huseman, and then a infield single there from Cam Kittleson, as he'll be at first base, and Bristol Swanson will dig in 0 for 1 with a ground out his last time up to the shortstop, Mansky. This one will be off the glove of Meyer on a pass ball, as Kittleson will get the stolen base. He was off and running on the pitch. And now Bristol Swanson takes a hitter's count at 1-0. Second time today that Vikings have got a runner in scoring position against Keegan Broughton. 1-0. Going to be hit down the third baseline and underneath the glove of the third baseman, Halverson. Kittleson's going to round third. Here's the throw. Diving into second base and going to second. Here will be Swanson diving in at home as Kittleson. As Kittleson is able to reach base, and the Vikings get a run across here as it's now 5-1. I think underneath the glove, as we'll give that one underneath the glove and an error on the way by the third baseman. As Swanson hit one on the ground, but underneath the glove of Halverson. He had a chance to make a backhanded play, but couldn't make it. As reaching base will be Swanson, but for the Vikings, they'll take a base hit and error either way. That brings in a run. As a throw back to Bristol Swanson, not in time with Mansky covering him. So Kittleson with the infield single, hustle out of the box, gets rewarded to get the first run of the game here for the Vikings if they put the ball in play a little bit more against Broughton the second time through. This one hops the turf to Jager Jordheim as that'll miss for a ball. It's now 1-0. Jordheim, very quality at bat his last time up, worked the count full, earned a walk. Here's the 1-0 pitch. This one will be laced. One hopper right to Lorenz at second. As that'll be picked by Sawicki. Runner does go to third base here on the play. Second out. As you'll see, Swanson to third. Jordheim is retired. 4-3 on the putout. Now it's to Jet Johnson, the pitcher. Trying to see if he can drive in the second run here for the Vikings. First pitch swinging. This one goes to Mansky on a short hop. Mansky with a good pick over at short to retire the side. 6-3 on the putout. There was one run across on one hit, one error with a runner left on base. New score here today through 4 innings in Kindred. It's the Black Stockings 5, Kindred Vikings 1 as we head to the top of the 5th.
At Bank North, we strive to enrich the lives of everyone we serve. One transaction, one relationship, and one community at a time. We do it by supporting kids and schools, pitching in to help neighbors in need, partnering with rural businesses, and providing all the traditional and modern banking products and personalized lending services you expect from a reliable financial partner. Bank North, always true.
Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions today and beyond with the Drain Tile Project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yield and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
For Kindred, they do get a run back in the bottom of the 4th inning, while for Keegan Broughton, 38 pitches through 4 innings of work, giving up 2 hits that haven't left the infield. A run that was unearned, 1 walk and no strikeouts so far here for Keegan Broughton, putting on a very nice performance, while in relief, Jet Johnson 22 pitches in 2 innings, giving up 1 hit, no walks, 2 strikeouts, and no runs across so far here for Jet Johnson. As it goes to the heart of the lineup here for the Black Stockings, 3, 4, and 5. Elijah Halverson with Sawicki and Lorenz here for the Black Stockings. As this one misses in the turf, it's 1-0. Game that's just over the 50-minute mark here in the top of the 5th. As Johnson, 1-0 missing, now 2-0. Winner of this game has a game in hand against both Valley City. And the loser of this contest tomorrow and gets to wait to see who they'll play in the championship. Valley City will play the loser of this contest at 5:30, and then you got to win 2 tomorrow night from that 5:30 game to try to get to Friday at noon and see if you can win the District 7 championship, as it's now 3-1. 3 balls and a strike. Hit on the ground, that'll be a 2-hopper. Throw across the diamond in time, nice play by Westby. 5-3 on the putout. There's 1 down, especially after Westby started at second base, but with the injury to Olson coming out of the game. As there's 1 down as it goes to Sawicki. Sawicki 0 for 2 today with a pop out and a ground out. He will take for a strike at the knee. It's 0-1. Dwindling down to the end of the regular season when it comes to Legion baseball. Babe Ruth already fully in swing, and T-ball's already been done for a couple weeks here. Comes to right before July 4th. After July 4th, it doesn't take much for summer baseball to come to a halt quickly with the respective 12U, 13U, and now where we're at here with 15U with Babe Ruth as well. No balls and 2 strikes. This tournament started with 7 teams, with 4 of them already have been eliminated, with Hankinson, Lidgerwood, Casselton, the Railcats. Alongside with Northern Casses, there's a swing and a miss. Johnson gets his 3rd strikeout in relief, as there's 2 down. Connor Renz put the ball in play twice. Got a single in the 1st inning with a stolen base and popped out to Swanson over at shortstop his last time up. 1 of 2 so far here this evening. Johnson off speed delivers the strike. It's 0-1. Nice crowd on hand here this evening for Babe Ruth baseball here in Kindred. The 0-1, that'll be into the glove of Kittleson, missing out of the zone now. 1 ball and 1 strike. Anything cold today would go well in the concession stand of a slushie or ice cream. Maybe a push pop freezy, anything of that nature. 2 balls and a strike here, Lorenz. As Johnson working quickly. Lorenz foul tips this one, now 2-2. Pitch number 36 upcoming here for Jet Johnson in relief. And for Johnson, this is his first appearance in the district tournament. 2-2. Up and out of the zone now, 3-2. Lorenz has worked the count full. We'll see what Johnson provides on the 3-2. Goes right at him. Lorenz pops it up. This one behind the plate. Kittleson giving chase and makes the play in front of the wall. Nice play. 3 up, 3 down. 2nd time in relief here for Johnson. As we go to the bottom of the 5th inning, it's still 5-1 Casselton here on YourLiveVent.com.
Keep your car moving along with the team at Elite Automotive Center in Fargo. What sets Elite Automotive Center apart from the herd is their truly extensive list of services. From brake and tire service to tune-ups and battery replacement, there's no job too big or small for their ASE certified technicians. Schedule your next oil change by going to EliteAutomotiveCenter.com or scan the QR code on your screen now. Never settle for standard service. Stop by Elite Automotive Center today in Fargo.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Bottom of the fifth inning here for Kindred, and the outs are starting to mow down a little bit. But if you're the Vikings, put up a run or two across here in the next fifth or sixth. You put up a couple of goose eggs, give yourself a chance to the bottom of the seventh. That's the mode for Kindred. Well, right now for Keegan Broughton, I gotta say he's done a really nice job. Again, just two balls that have been singles have been an infield bunt up the third baseline and an infield single hustled out by Kittleson. Nothing has gone outside for a base hit that has hit the outfield grass, as this one's delivered a strike to Briar Gibbon. Started as a DH, now in right field, as he flew out to Dakota his last time up in center. 0-1 pitch, going to be called a strike now, 0-2, and this is something that Broughton has done consistently so far tonight, working ahead of batters, or if he throws ball one, getting the next one called for a strike. 0-2, Gibbon hits one on the ground. This will go to Lorenz over at second base, makes the play for 3 pitches, and Gibbon is retired for one down in the bottom of the fifth. Everett Anderson, first baseman, grounded out to Mansky over at shortstop. Going back through, there's just been pretty much one ball that's making two that have left the infield so far for Kindred, but those have both been outs. This will be strike one. It's 0-1. Very efficient would be the word here for Broughton so far this evening on the mound. The 0-1 pitch. I'll dance off the plate for a ball. Now 1 ball and 1 strike. If you just joined us, Casselton scored 2 runs in the first and 3 runs in the second. Vikings put up a run in the bottom of the fourth as a high heater. Now 1-2. 1-2 pitch on the way here by Broughton. This will be laced down the right field line. That's in there for a base hit as Johnson will come in and play it. And there you go. There's one that's hitting the outfield for a base hit with 1 down on the number 8 batter in Everett Anderson. As it goes now to Huseman. 45 pitches here for Keegan Broughton, and he's got 50 more to use to get 95 in a tournament. In 1 day. You get 135 for the tournament, but 95 again for 1 day. As runner will stay put. This is going to be bunt up the third baseline. Foul. As Huseman was able to get on base with a bunt up the third baseline his last time up. Runner at first, Anderson being held on by Sawicki. Third baseman now here with Halverson for the Black Stockings. Stands pat. A couple feet in. This one will miss for a ball. It's now 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Your pitch totals again 0-45. You can come back and pitch the next day. If you throw over 46, you got to take a day off before you can come back and pitch. 1-1's going to hit him. So Anderson will take second. Huseman, it'll be a hit by pitch. And the Vikings with runners at first and second as it stands right now with Evan Olschlager. Olschlager reached base on air in the first and into a 4-6-3 double play to end the third inning. Broughton with the pitch. Delivers a strike. It's 0-1 as we set against Gibbon, Anderson, and Huseman here working ahead on the count for Keegan Broughton. 0-1 pitch, call the strike, now 0-2. Leadoff batter here for Kindred with Westby on deck. Vikings looking to see if they can get a run across here in the bottom of the fifth. Also miss outside for a ball, now 1-2 out for Keegan Broughton. How can he get Olschlager out here and worry about Westby to try to retire the side? 1-2 offering. That'll be strike 3. Runners will stay put after it went off the glove of Meyer. Couldn't complete the catch, and the runners will stay put. Regardless, Olshager is retired, and there's 2 down as it goes to Beckett Westby. Westby with a line drive out to the shortstop to Mansky, his last time up in the 4th, and popped out to Meyer in the 1st, looking for a base rip here for the Vikings. First pitch swinging, hits a lazy pop-up. This could be trouble, but able to get on his horse was Mansky. Good read off the bat by Mansky at shortstop to cover some ground after a lazy pop-up there by Westby. No runs on a hit, no errors, and 2 runners left. We played 5 today here from Kindred. It's still 5-1 Casselton on your liveevent.com.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
Express Lane Marathon in Kindred is your neighborhood convenience store where convenience meets quality, whether you're fueling up with Marathon's top-tier fuel or grabbing a quick snack. Express Lane has you covered. From hot stuff pizza, smash hit subs, premium soft serve ice cream, gas, diesel, and propane exchange. Make sure to use your Marathon app and get 7 cents back per gallon all summer long. Now offering premium 91 non-ethanol fuel. Express Lane is your friendly and locally owned convenience store.
Top of the 6th inning here in Kindred as Casselton will be sending Meyer, Klein, and Johnson. 6, 7, and 8 batters to the plate against Jet Johnson on for his 4th inning of work. It stands right now, sunny skies, 86 degrees, not too much wind to speak of on this Wednesday summer night. Already midway through the point of the month of July, as we got just over 2 weeks remaining here in July before August comes around the corner. First pitch swinging. This one goes pop-up foul. It's 0-1 here to Meyer. Meyer with an infield single back in the 1st. 1 of 2 with a run driven in so far here for Casselton. 0-1 pitch from Johnson. Breaking ball off the table. It's now 1-1. Johnson's done a nice job in relief so far here for Kindred. 1-1 pitch, missing 2 and 1, 3 innings of work of 1-hit baseball with 3 strikeouts and no walks. Done his job, throwing up a couple of zeros to keep this Viking team in it. Got to continue to do that here now in the 6th as this one hops the plate. If you're Casselton, trying to see if you can plate that next run and take the one swing of the at-bat equation out of the situation. 3-1 pitch, taken all the way was Meyer, now 3-2. Saw a full count last time with Connor Lorenz to finish off the 5th. We'll see what Johnson here does to open up the 6th. 3-2 pitch, it'll miss for a ball. Good at bat for Meyer, draws the 6-pitch walk. First free pass for Johnson in relief, and a runner gets on base as it goes to Easton Klein. Klein 0 for 2 with a pop out and a fly out as we'll get a runner into the contest here on the courtesy runner for Casselton. As I think his way will be Mitchell running over at first base. So Mitchell stands at first with the courtesy runner. As now coming in will be Easton Klein. Third baseman in Westby will come in. They're looking to bunt. We'll see if the bunt does come. This one gets by the catcher and going to second base. That gets by Kittleson. Will be Mitchell. Well, bluffing to bunt. That one just a little bit out of the zone by Johnson. Kittleson couldn't keep it in front of him. So already for Easton Klein, the situation of maybe trying to bunt to get the runner in scoring position. Now it could be a swing away to see if you can drive a run on in, or will Coach Kovrig have him bunt to see if you move the runner up another 90 feet. The 1-0. This one will miss outside for a ball now, 2-0. For Johnson, this will be his 46th pitch. As Nick Eggman looks at it, says 45, and I can still use him tomorrow. So we might get a pitching change here for Kindred. We'll let you know about it next here on yourliveevent.com.
Make your stop before or after the game at the Knickerbocker in Hickson, North Dakota. Stop out throughout the week for mouth-watering lunch specials weekdays and mark Friday nights down on the calendar for prime rib, ribeye steak, or some walleye at the Knickerbocker. For more information or to find out about daily specials, give the Knickerbocker a like on Facebook by searching the Knickerbocker. Great food and good people. You can find it all at the Knickerbocker in Hickson, North Dakota.
Buying, selling, or leasing commercial real estate or farmland in the Fargo-Moorhead and surrounding area? From office to retail, industrial to multifamily, commercial land to farmland. As the #1 commercial sales and leasing brokerage in the FM region, Goldmark Commercial has the experience and skills to handle all of your commercial real estate and farmland needs with the highest levels of customer service and marketing around. Trust the experts at Goldmark Commercial Real Estate to lead your team to success.
As we'll continue here, as Nick Eggman's going to let Jet Johnson continue to pitch, as he will have his 46th pitch upcoming, which means he'll officially have a day in between, which means that Kindred then could not use him until Friday, potentially, as this one's going to be bunted. Good bunt. Johnson trying to barehand it. Great bunt on the way there for Easton Klein. Johnson trying to barehand it. Klein is able to reach base. Mitchell goes to third, and even if he makes that play cleanly, it would have been tough to get Klein out over at first. Going to give that one, though, for an error on the play for Johnson. As you'll get runners at the corners. If you're Klein, he did it about as perfectly as he could. Force the third baseman to stay at third, and then just use that extra real estate that a pitcher would have to cover to try to get over there and make the play. Runners at the corners, nobody down to Cade Johnson here in the 6th. Johnson takes a rip at it. The throw goes all the way down, and they get the out. Not sliding is Klein. It's 0-1 to Johnson. Big play by Kittleson, who threw a rope over to the second baseman, Olschlager, and Swanson that eventually applied the tag by Swanson. So caught stealing is Klein. That's a big out. Infield will come in. It's 0-1. This one will be in at the knee for a strike. It's 0-2. So no balls, 2 strikes, 1 down with a runner out and a runner at third here in Mitchell. Out of the zone, that'll miss now 1-2. Klein slides on in, might be able to take second base, but since he didn't, able to apply the tag while he was slowing down. 1-2 pitch, that'll be out of the zone now, 2-2. District 7 Babe Ruth tournament here tonight in Kindred. 2 seed Casselton leading the #1 seed Kindred. 2-2. High chopper hit on the ground. This one up the first baseline. Bobbled. Trying to make the play. This one's going to get by the runner. And now trying to go home. We'll see the throw. Not going to be in time. Now Anderson tried to bobble it and then try to get the tag of Johnson through it as it hit Johnson when Olschlager was trying to cover a little bit on the play. And we're going to come on in here with Mitchell to score. If you're Casselton, put the ball in play and good things will happen. As Johnson will reach base on the air. That'll be the second one of the inning. And the Black Stockings do get a little insurance. First pitch swinging. This one has popped up. Able to make the play for Johnson. Sliding back in was Cade Johnson. So Jet makes the out of Dakota, who is retired on 1 pitch. This goes back to top of the lineup here with Colton Mansky, 2 down. For Kindred in the bottom of the 6th inning will be 3, 4, and 5 batters with Kittleson, Swanson, and Jordheim coming to the plates. But right now for Casselton, able to match their largest lead of the game here at 5 in the 6th. This will be called a strike. It's 0-1. Mansky's been efficient at the plate. Able to reach base all 3 times today with a walk and 2 singles, 2 runs scored with 2 stolen bases. Johnson, quickly, Mansky skies this one up for a big league pop-up. Jet Johnson will make the play to retire the side. But a run does come in on a couple of errors. There were no hits with a runner left on base. New score here in Kindred. It's Casselton 6, Kindred 1 as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the three-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. Three, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
Bottom of the sixth inning we go. 3, 4, and 5 batters again due up for the Vikings. As OC Cam Kittleson, Bristol Swanson, and Mr. Jordheim coming to the plate here for Kindred. Keegan Broughton. 5 innings of work so far. This will be his 54th pitch of his evening. It comes to Kittleson. Off speed, Kittleson takes a strike, gets 0-1. Cam on the evening, 1 of 2 with a run scored and a stolen base. Got that single back in the 4th inning to get the first run across, and the only run across here for Kindred tonight. We'll miss low now, 1 ball and 1 strike. You'll start going back through over the years of Babe Ruth baseball. Again, you can make it out of this district. You can definitely feel like you make some noise at a state tournament. 1-1 pitch, no miss, 2-1, and similar to the East region of where the Kindred Legion and Casselton Legion teams play. You can make it through that East region tournament. Sometimes that almost feels like a sub-state before you make it to the final 8 teams that are playing. 3 balls and a strike from Broughton. Kittleson takes a cut, now 3-2. As Broughton looks back into Meyer, part of his battery. A 3-2 pitch. Kittleson fouls it off and will stay alive. And haven't said this too much tonight for a batter against Broughton going on to the 7th pitch of the at-bat. Haven't seen a lot of long, drawn-out bats so far here against Broughton. 3-2, Kittleson hits one on the ground. This will be a hopper to Lorenz. Gets him in time, yes. 4-3 on the putout as Lorenz makes the play. Kittleson is retired, close at first. And there's 1 down to open up the bottom of the 6th inning. And every inning outside the first, Keegan Broughton has gotten the leadoff batter out. The only reason in the first Olschlager reached base was on a throwing error. Now it goes to Bristol Swanson, 0 for 2. Reach base on an error his last time up, takes a ball. It's 1-0. 1-0 pitch will run inside now, 2-0. That's Keegan Broughton falling behind here against the cleanup batter for the Vikings. 2-0, that'll work up for a ball. Now 3-0. 3-0 pitch, taken all the way, called a strike, now 3-1. As Broughton, that's his 5th pitch of the at-bat. This will be hit in the air towards the left fielder. Klein will take a couple steps into the gap. Swanson's retired on 5 pitches, and there's 2 down. Now to Jordheim here is Jager 0 for 1 with a walk back in the 2nd inning. Grounded out his last time up in the 4th as Broughton going up against the lefty here with Jordheim with nobody on and 2 down. Well, Speed going to be in there for a strike, 0-1. Broughton shakes off Meyer a couple times, like what he sees here. 0-1, that'll miss. Now 0-2. Possibly just 1 more day, maybe 2 more here of the District 7 tournament. This will miss for a ball. Now 2-1. You lose this game, got to beat Valley City, then beat the team that you lost to here this evening twice, once on Thursday and once on Friday to get to state. If you win this game, you can take a loss on Thursday, but then you got to win on Friday, or you just win Thursday and you punch your ticket without the second championship game. And Jordheim earns another walk, so Jager gets his 2nd walk of the evening. Both walks for the Vikings have been by Jordheim, and then 1 hit by pitch by Huseman As now it goes to Jet Johnson. Well, Kindred looking to pass the baton, if you will. See if he can get a couple more batters up in consecutive order as Johnson takes a strike, gets 0-1. Pitch number 72 upcoming for Broughton. Again, you get 95 in a day before your pitching performance comes to a close. And the max that you can throw. Jordheim trying to get back, does. Leaning just a little bit as Broughton was trying to see if he can get Jordheim out at first base. Broughton from the stretch. Jordheim able to get back again as Sawicki holding him on. Johnson with a ground out to Mansky at shortstop back in the fourth. Foul tips this one to the backstop here, and we'll see an 0-2 pitch upcoming. Vikings lone run back in the fourth with Cam Kittleson coming in. The 0-2 out in front on a breaking ball, and Keegan Broughton gets his second strikeout of the evening to retire this side. No runs, no hits, no errors, and a runner left on base. 6 complete here from Viking Varsity Diamond and Kindred. It's Casselton 6, Kindred 1.
Partnership is a way of life here in the Northland. It's about pitching in to help our neighbors, making lending decisions locally, honoring long-term commitments to farmers, Main Street businesses, teams, schools, and rural communities. We're more than just a bank. We're a community partner, working constantly and diligently to enrich the lives of everyone we serve. Bank North, always true.
Keep your car moving along with the team at Elite Automotive Center in Fargo. What sets Elite Automotive Center apart from the herd is their truly extensive list of services. From brake and tire service to tune-ups and battery replacement, there's no job too big or small for their ASE certified technicians. Schedule your next oil change by going to EliteAutomotiveCenter.com or scan the QR code on your screen now. Never settle for standard service. Stop by Elite Automotive Center today in Fargo.
R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is accepting applications for a broadcast sales representative. Applicant should be self-motivated, organized, have ability to communicate clearly, and the desire to help our customer partners grow their business with customer service for their advertising and marketing needs. All experience levels are encouraged to apply. To apply, email your resume to apply@rjbroadcasting.com. R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is an equal opportunity employer.
For Jet Johnson, he'll go 4 innings of work of 1-hit baseball. Does give up 1 run. That was unearned, a walk, and 3 strikeouts. 54 pitches thrown in relief here for Johnson. Everett Anderson will take the mound now here for Kindred, and Mr. Sanders will come on and play over at first base now here for the Kindred Vikings. As Kindred and Casselton down to the final inning as it stands right now, as Ben Sanders again will play over at first base. Still got Westby at third with Kittleson behind the plates. Black Stockings looking to add on another run or two. Well, for Kindred, trying to keep this to a 5-run deficit going into that bottom of the 7th, as this is called a strike. Keegan Broughton 0 for 3, but has a run driven in. It's been his pitching performance, though, that's been stuff that you're talking about right now. 73 pitches thrown through 6 innings. As this one will miss for a ball. It's 1-1. Broughton, Halverson, and Sawicki, 2, 3, and 4 batters for Casselton, top of the 7th. Here's the 1-1 on the way from Anderson. That'll be up and out of the zone now, 2-1. Two balls and a strike upcoming. Anderson delivers a strike. It's now 2-2. Tomorrow, come on out to Kindred. First game starts at 5:30. The loser of this game will play at 5:30 against Valley City. And the winner will play in the championship to follow roughly at around 7:30 tomorrow night. As this one misses for a ball, now it's a full count on the first batter here for Anderson. Friday, if needed, championship game number 2 at noon. 3-2 pitch. That'll be a ball just out of the zone. Both Kittleson, the catcher, alongside Broughton, the batter, were kind of waiting to see, was it going to be a ring up or was it going to be a strike three looking or a walk, and it was a walk. So Broughton will take a leadoff walk here, and we'll get a courtesy runner coming on for the Black Stockings with the pitcher. And it's coming on will be Jake Myron. So Myron will come on and run here at first base. Halverson with a double back in the first to plate that first run of the game with Mansky steps up. Takes a ball outside now, 1-0. Elijah tonight, 1 of 3, with a run scored and 2 runs driven in. As Anderson works from the stretch. Sanders holding on the runner at first base, the 1-0. That'll be cool. The strike now 1-1. As Anderson takes a long look in here to Kittleson. 1-1 pitch going to be hit on a line that'll be in to left field for a base hit as Halverson gets a single. Myron goes to second. Runners at first and second right now. There's 2 batters seen, 2 batters on here against Anderson in the top of the 7th inning. Jack Sawicki 0 for 3 with a strikeout, swinging his last time up in the 5th. It's the Black Stockings and the Vikings tonight here from Viking Varsity Diamond and Kindred. As Casselton threatening here in the top of the 7th. A block on the way for Kittleson to keep that one close. It's now 1-0. Casselton 9 hits so far this evening. Their 10th could possibly drive in another run here for the Black Stockings. The 1-0. Kittleson sees one. This will be called a strike. It's now 1-1. Valley City able to pick up a couple of wins today over Lidgerwood 9-2 and against the Railcats 5-1 to get to that top 3 teams here in the district that are still alive to play for a championship. 1-1 pitch will miss. Now 2-1 after playing 2 games in the heat. Able to head back out to the City of Bridges and kind of regroup and get ready for what they hope is 2 games tomorrow from a Valley City perspective. A 2-1 popped in the air down the third base line. That'll go towards the Evergreens and be foul. It's now 2-2. 2-2 pitch on the way here for Anderson. Swing and a miss. This one gets by Kittleson. Runners will runners will move up 90 feet. So get the strikeout of Sawicki. Runners will move up on the pass ball. Just going to work. It's almost like a sacrifice bunt there for Sawicki at the end result. Now it's Connor Lorenz. As the infield will come in with 1 down. Lorenz takes a good cut at it. It's 0-1. Lorenz 1 of 3 so far here tonight for the second baseman. Trying to see if he can put something in the outfield here for Lorenz. Anderson works ahead, 0-1. As Lorenz dances off the plate, now 1 ball and 1 strike. Anderson with the 1-1 pitch. That'll be called a strike now, 1-2. School sports won't be too long before cross country, girls golf, get to football and everything else upcoming with volleyball here in the fall. About a month away from volleyball starting up for their practices. There's a swing and a miss. Nice pitch by Anderson to get Lorenz chasing for the strikeout. As he gets back-to-back Ks here for Everett, and there's 2 down. Infield can go to their normal depth. Batter number 5 of the inning is Jack Meyer. Myers reached base twice with a single, a walk. Has a run driven in as well. Anderson with the pitch. It's now 0-1. Good breaking ball there for Anderson against Meyer as Myers just a hair out in front of it. Runner at second base is Halverson. At third is Myron. This will be off the end of the bat, but it goes foul. It's 0-2. Bottom of the 7th inning for Kindred. It'll be the bottom third of the lineup. Gibbon, Anderson, and Huseman trying to be table setters here for Kindred. Bottom half of the 7th. Will be a 5-run deficit or more. Anderson with the 0-2 pitch. Out of the zone. Now 1-2. Have the 1-2 yet again here from Anderson. This will hit him. So Meyer will take first base on the hit by pitch. And we'll get Easton Klein to the plate. We'll see if Meyer will come out for a courtesy runner. As we've seen the last couple of times, it's been Mitchell that's came on and courtesy ran for him. As he gives a high five. As we'll see Mitchell for the third time tonight come on and courtesy run here for Meyer. Now it goes to Easton Klein. 0 for 3. Did reach base on the last attempt on an error. As this will be called a strike. Gets 0-1. Pitch number 24 here for Anderson in relief in the inning. Klein with a pop out to the shortstop. A fly out to center. Reach base again on error his last time up. The 0-1. Popped in the air. Kittleson gives chase, but that'll go out of play. It's 0-2. Anderson gets ahead here on Easton Klein. Oh, 2 pitch. A miss. Now 1-2. Quinn Irie calling balls and strikes here this evening in Kindred. 1-2 going to be laced right to the shortstop. Going to have to go a long way to first, and this will get past the first baseman on the play by Swanson. This will be on an error. 2 runs will come in to score, and it's a new score. It's 8-1. As Olschlager unable to go to second, Swanson looked at second. Then by the time he looked at second, he had to make the throw trying to get Klein out. So reaching base on the E6. Myron will come in to score alongside with Halverson. Mitchell goes first to third, and now at second base is Klein. As Cade Johnson takes a ball, it's 1-0. Cade has reached base twice, once on an error and once on a double. Takes a cut now, 1-0. With 2 runs across here for the Black Stockings as they have a new lead at 8-1. 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss. It's now 1-2. Anderson. With the 1-2 pitch, got him swinging, and that'll retire the side. But 2 runs do come across. There was a hit alongside with an error and 2 runners left on base. It's Casselton 8, Kindred 1 as we make our way to the bottom of the 7th inning.
Halstead Telephone Company delivers fast broadband internet, telephone, and cable TV to residents in this region, including Halstead, Shelley, Neelsville, Climax, Fisher, Bigland, Gentilly in Minnesota, and Hillsborough, Caledonia, Gardner, and Argosville, North Dakota. Serving the area residents since 1904, Halstead Telephone continues to create a bright future for this region using 100% fiber optic technology. Service plans offer flexibility and choices, and there's local support personnel ready to help. Contact Halstead Telephone Company today.
This is Chris from Agassiz Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. Say thank you to the farmers you come into contact with every day. They have chosen a career that is as much their deep passion as it is an absolute necessity for you and I. Spring is upon us and there will be farm equipment on the roads. Give them your patience and room to do their jobs. Trust me, they would rather be off the road working in their field than dealing with traffic. From all of us here at Agassiz Precision Ag, we say thank you and have a safe spring.
Bottom of the 7th inning here in Kindred, 8-1 in favor of the Black Stockings. And for the Vikings, they're down to their final 3 outs as it stands right now. Here in the bottom of the 7th, Keegan Broughton, 73 pitches looking for the complete game. 7, 8, 9 batters with Briar Gibbon. And Gibbon takes one down low for a ball. It's 1-0. So if you're the Black Stockings, would hope that Broughton gets 20 pitches or less here, and then you can possibly use him if needed for an appearance on Friday. If he throws anything more than that, and all of a sudden his tournament is done on the mound. Here's the 1-1. This will run in and hit him. Leadoff batter, able to get aboard for the first time since the first inning. So Briar will be a hit by pitch. Second hit by pitch by Keegan Broughton tonight. And now it goes to Everett Anderson. For the Vikings, you need base runners some way, somehow, down by 7. As Gibbon gets aboard, Anderson will come up now. As working from the stretch is Keegan Broughton. This will be missed for a ball. It's 1-0. As Gibbon takes his leave off of first, held on by Sawicki. Broughton from the stretch. Sees this miss in now 2-0. 2-0 pitch. Fouled off to the backstop, now 2-1. One thing that's been doing, though, taking some pitches here for Gibbon and Anderson after a lot of early swings and counts that has allowed Broughton to get to this point of the game. This will be called a strike. It's now 2-2. A handful of one-pitch at-bats or two-pitch at-bats here tonight for Broughton. As we see the 2-2 pitch, runner stays put. That'll miss low now, 3-2. Gibbon at first base, and for Keegan Broughton right now. Takes a look in, and payoff pitch. 3-2 pitch going to be hit right back up the middle past the diving Mansky into center field. Gibbon gets to second. Anderson's on board with a base hit. That'll be the fourth base hit here for Kindred tonight, and the Vikings get their first two runners aboard. As we said in the top half of the seventh, you had to be table setters here, bottom third of the lineup, and the first two batters able to do so with Huseman at the plate. Huseman looking to bunt, hits one up the third base side, and that will be a perfect placement, but the lead runner wasn't thinking runners were at first and second, maybe thought that there's just a runner over at himself at second base, and it was a perfect bump by Huseman. It will be a fielder's choice as Gibbon is retired at third. Just a base running blunder right there. Otherwise, you'd have bases full with nobody outs. Instead, now you get to Olschlager here as Halverson kind of bobbled at third, and same for Broughton in terms of who was going to go get it. First pitch swinging. This one has popped up the third baseman Halverson into foul territory. One pitch, and there's one down here for Olschlager. Now there's two outs in the inning, but going back to that bunt on the way there by Huseman, a perfectly executed bunt up the third base side. Halverson and Broughton both look at each other. And all of a sudden, Halverson realized that Gibbon hadn't left from where he was at second to get to third, so then he was able to pick up the ball and in time apply the tag. Vikings down their final out here with Beckett Westby. Westby first pitch swinging, pops this one up. Broughton going to call it off, able to do so here to finish the contest with 85 pitches. There were no runs on a hit, no errors, and two runners left on base in a game that finishes at 8:33 here tonight. That goes 1 hour and 34 minutes. For the Black Stockings, 8 runs on 9 hits. They committed 2 errors. For Kindred, 1 run on 4 hits. They committed 3 errors here this evening. We'll get to our final box score when we return. Your final here in the semifinals, Casselton 8, Kindred 1, and Casselton will play tomorrow in the championship at 7:30 against the winner of either Valley City or Kindred. That'll be at 5:30. So Kindred Valley City needs to win twice tomorrow night to try to get it to Friday at noon. Casselton can win it tomorrow at 7:30. If they lose, they have a game in hand for Friday at noon. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, post-game show is next here in Kindred.
Farming today doesn't always feel the same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Everything got bigger and smaller at the same time. Insurance, accounting, and taxes can get complicated, so you need someone who's looking to keep every dollar possible in your pocket. Ag Country.
As we come back here on YourLiveEvent.com, winning pitcher of record Keegan Broughton, 85 pitches to go the distance. A complete game, 7 innings, 4 hits, 1 run that was unearned, 2 walks, 2 hit by batters, and 2 strikeouts here tonight for Keegan Broughton. Losing pitcher of record Sawyer Olson, 2 innings of work, 6 hits, 5 runs that were earned, 1 walk, and no strikeouts. Game that goes an hour and 34 minutes tonight. Casselton again, 8 runs, 9 hits, 2 errors, 6 runners left on base. Kindred 1 run, 4 hits, 3 errors, and 7 runners left on base. Now time to get to our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game. Go to Enbridge.com for career opportunities. Life takes energy. Again, Keegan Broughton at the mound here, just able to get ahead of batters. Had about 43 pitches thrown through 4 innings of work. Just did a really nice job top to bottom here tonight. And they turned a couple of double plays behind him, but Keegan Broughton is our player of the game with just 4 hits against in 85 pitches. Brought to you in part by Enbridge. Go to Enbridge.com for career opportunities. Our Agassi Precision Egg play of the contest. Colton Mansky both in the field and at the plate. Able to turn one of those double plays, but also at the plate 3 times up with a walk, 2 singles. Did get a pop-out back in the 6th, but he goes 2 for 3. With 2 stolen bases, a run driven in, and 2 runs scored. Colton Mansky here, the shortstop for the Black Stockings, is our Agassi High Performance Precision Ag play of the contest at Agassi Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer in Hillsboro. Call 701-436-2119 or visit planterdoc.com. Agassi Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer in Hillsboro. And our Halstead Telephone Company post-game connection. It's the turning of the double plays. Got one in the first inning. Cam Kittleson hit one on a rope to left center. Klein able to cut it off in the gap and get the Olschlager out at second base on the throw to Lorenz in the first to get out of the first inning. Then in the third with a runner at first with Huseman, it was a 4-6-3 Lorenz to Mansky to Sawicki to retire Olschlager in the third. The Twin Killing is our Halstead Telephone Company post-game connection. Discover local reliability that you can trust at Halstead Telephone. It's how to connect at halsteadtel.com. We'll take a timeout, final box score, then we'll bid you adieu and get you ready for the bracket tomorrow here on YourLiveEvent.com.
Buying, selling, or leasing commercial real estate or farmland in the Fargo-Moorhead and surrounding area? From office to retail, industrial to multifamily, commercial land to farmland. As the #1 commercial, sales, and leasing brokerage in the FM region, Goldmark Commercial has the experience and skills to handle all of your commercial real estate and farmland needs with the highest levels of customer service and marketing around. Trust the experts at Goldmark Commercial Real Estate to lead your team to success.
Coming back here, Colton Mansky goes 2 for 3 again with 2 runs scored, a hit, and a run driven in. Keegan Broughton tonight with a run driven in as he would go 0 for 3 at the plate. Myron comes in with a walk for Broughton in the 7th. Broughton earned the walk, but Myron comes in on the courtesy runner for him to come in and score. Elijah Halverson able to reach base twice, goes 2 for 4 with a double in the first and a run scored. Had 2 runs scored tonight with 2 runs driven in as well. Jack Sawicki goes 0 for 4. Connor Lorenz goes 1 of 4 with a stolen base back in the first. Jack Meyer here this evening was hit by a pitch, walk, single, strikeout. Mitchell came in to score for him on a courtesy runner in the 6th. So Jack Meyer goes 1 of 2 at the plate today, but reaches 3 times, and he gets a run driven in as well. Easton Klein reaches base twice on a pair of errors. He goes 0 for 4 at the plate. Cade Johnson with a double back in the 2nd. He goes 1 of 4 with a run scored. Jack Dakota goes 1 of 3 with a double back in the 2nd with a run scored as well. Final 3 runs in the game in the 6th and the 7th innings respectively all come in on errors here for Casselton. 2 runs in the 1st, 3 runs in the 2nd, a run in the 6th, and 2 in the 7th. Well, for Kindred, Evan Olschlager here this evening, he goes 0 for 4 at the plate, reaches base on an error in the first. Beckett Westby 0 for 4. Cam Kittleson 1 of 3 with a single, a stolen base, and a run scored in the 4th inning. Bristol Swanson 0 for 3, reached base on an error. Jordanheim goes 0 for 1 with a walk in the 2nd and a walk in the 6th. Jet Johnson goes 0 for 3 today. Briar Gibbon goes 0 for 2 with a hit by pitch back in the 7th. Everett Anderson goes 2 for 3 with 2 singles, and Huseman able to reach base all 3 times. A single hit by pitch and a fielder's choice, and he goes 0 for 1. Keegan Broughton again for the Black Stockings. 7 innings of work, 4 hits, 1 run against that was unearned, 4 walks and 2 strikeouts. Sawyer Olson with 40 pitches thrown, 2 innings of work. Jet Johnson, 54 pitches thrown in 4 innings of work. He did a nice job in relief. 4 innings of 1 hit baseball, 1 run that was unearned, a walk, and 3 strikeouts. And then Anderson, that's Everett, 1 inning of work here with 2 hits, 2 runs that were unearned, a walk, a hit by pitch, and he did strike out the side in the 7th inning. In a game that goes an hour and 34 minutes here tonight in Kindred. So here's what the bracket looks like tomorrow. 5:30, Kindred Valley City. That game will be right here on yourliveevent.com at 5:30. The winner to play Casselton at 7:30. If Casselton wins that game, then they will win the District 7 Babe Ruth Tournament. If Kindred or Valley City wins that game, then Friday would be the winner-take-all championship game number 2 at noon. Big thanks to all of our sponsors. I'm Chase Miller, repeating tonight's final from Viking Varsity Diamond here in Kindred. Casselton 8, Kindred 1. Join us for more Babe Ruth District 7 tournament coverage tomorrow at 5:30 right here on yourliveevent.com.